Hello and welcome to another episode with me, Seema Pateel. And in today's episode, we are talking all about content strategy that is going to attract your perfect client persona to your high ticket offer as an online service based business. In the previous episode, I talked to you all about what content marketing strategy is. As a recap, content marketing strategy is your promotion strategy, your strategy of creating the right kind of content for your long form content platform like your blog post, your podcast, your YouTube channel, or even your Facebook group, where you're trying to attract the right kind of audience so that they convert into super fans and customers later. Now let's create a strategy for the content that you're going to create. As the very first step, I want you to get really clear on who your target audience is, what's the perfect client persona, who needs your service the most, what's your high ticket offer, and what is your lead magnet that is going to take this total stranger into someone who wants to buy or who wants to hire you. If you're unclear about it, then I have an entire series which I'll link up here, which will help you create your ideal client persona. It'll help you identify your niche. It'll help you craft your high ticket offer and a lead magnet as well. You can go watch all of it at the end of this video. It'll be in the end cards as well. Next step in your content strategy process is to set some goals for your content. No, these are not the traditional kind of goals. Yes, your content has to always be engaging, entertaining, or it should convert, but it should also be educating, nurturing, and qualifying. The goal of educating is not to help them get a certificate in your field of expertise. It's to help them know you, help them understand what kind of a service provider you are, what your opinions are, what you stand by, what you are not for, what does your service support, what kind of charities your service supports. Even that is a part of educating your audience so that you attract the right kind of people. Educating is about educating also talks about what your services are, who is the right person who will benefit the most from your service. Educating also involves talking about your opinions or controversial opinions in your area of expertise, what you think is right, what you think is not going very well, etc. All of this kind of content is educating your audience. It's helping them make a decision if they are in the right place or not, and if they should continue to follow you. The second kind of goal is to nurture. Here, you're helping your audience understand themselves and their needs. Let's face it, we're not always clear on what we want. This applies to your clients and customers as well. They may assume they want your service, but probably they are not yet ready to hire someone like you, or probably they are still in a stage where doing it by themselves with the help of a coach or a strategist will benefit their business the most than hiring it out just because they don't like it. For example, content strategy itself is a great part of your business that can easily be hired out to somebody. However, as someone who is not yet super polished in their brand, or someone who hasn't identified very clearly who their target market is, who the services benefit the most, you're better off hiring help, hiring the done for you kind of service, rather than totally handing over or outsourcing this part of your business. This is also the kind of content that helps your perfect client persona feel understood, feel accepted, and feel cared for. It should help them believe that great things are possible for them in your area of expertise. And lastly, your content should qualify. as in your content should make it very easy for anyone who comes across you, even for the first time, if you are their cup of tea, if you are the right person in terms of the values that you have, if you are the right person in terms of the service that you provide. So it should help them identify with you or not identify with you. Like, that decision should be super simple when they read a post that they come across on social media, or when they read your blog post, or if they happen to listen to your podcast. Next step in the strategizing process is to have content containers, so that when you sit down to write your content, you are not feeling overwhelmed, or you're not feeling lost about what you should write. In order to make it simple and easy to create your content, I have come up with 4 containers that can help you stay on track, have a specific pattern for your content that is going to not only help your audience but also you. I mean, you're creating the content to help your audience feel like you care about them, help your audience make a decision, and one of the decisions is to buy from you. So having these content containers is going to simplify your content creation process. The very first container that I recommend all of my clients use is to connect and resonate. This is a priority because this helps your perfect client persona build a bond with you and continue and nurture that bond with you via your content. The easiest way you connect with somebody is when you see that they have similar opinion as you or similar taste as you. So when you share that you love Harry Potter, you are connecting with the people who also love Harry Potter. And when you give them permission to be a certain way, they connect with you because they feel that you understand them and you accept them as they are. For example, when I say that you need to niche down if you want to grow, I hear a lot of yeses, and that's because over their own business experience, my audience has realized that niching is not mandatory as a brand new business owner, but without deciding who is that specific person that I'm going to talk to, they have a very hard time creating content, and they have a very hard time reaching the right kind of person that they enjoy working with the most. And frankly, I find that it's easier for me to have a conversation around content with people who are happy with niching, who want to niche down and they don't want to talk to everybody. When you share your opinion about something, especially with respect to your area of expertise, the right kind of people will resonate with your opinion and they will be attracted to you because of that particular opinion. So don't shy away assuming that you probably may offend certain people. The people you offend would never anyway buy from you, and if they accidentally did buy because you both didn't do a good job of seeing if you were a good fit, you working with them will be not the most pleasant situation, even if it's not a nightmare, and you'd rather spend your time working with the right kind of client because that will make it easy for you to have a streamlined process for your own services and make it easy for you to provide the service. It'll also make it easy for people to reach out to you when they can identify themselves as resonating with the content that you're posting. Your message resonates with them. So creating content that will help a total stranger connect and resonate with you will make it easy for them to stay on and build a bond or build a relationship with you. The next container is authority and expertise. In my opinion, authority and expertise are not synonymous. Authority is something that you build, and it comes much more easily when you are endorsed by somebody else rather than you screaming from the rooftops saying you're an authority in this particular field. So The easiest way to build authority, in my opinion, is to be featured on somebody else's platform, like somebody's podcast, giving a webinar or a presentation in somebody else's Facebook group or in somebody else's summits and all of those kind of events. So you automatically build authority when someone introduces as an expert in your area of expertise. And expertise, on the other hand, is where you're showing your skills, where you're showing off your skills. Don't feel don't feel that you're being immodest if you show off your expertise. Without you showing off, it is really hard to know if actually you do know what you're saying. I may not always have the time to go through all of your blog posts to actually decide if you are an expert in your area or not, but if you help me make that decision by just reading one of your blog posts or by just listening to one of your podcasts, you'd be doing me a big favor. Like, having me listen to 50 or 60 of your podcast episodes doesn't serve me all that well. So your expertise can be shown via your blog post, via your podcast. Even if you are having interview kind of podcasts, it still shows that you know the right kind of people who can help your audience. It's not just about what you can say. If you can connect them to the right kind of people, then you are doing your job as an expert. So create content to show off your authority and your expertise. The next content container comes very easily to most of us. It is to teach and train. When you host long webinars or trainings, that's where most of your people will be attracted to. That's where most of your audience will actually decide if you are actually worth their time or not. However, you can also teach small tips and hacks and bust myths and help them not make certain mistakes via your email, via your social posts, via your blog posts, etc. So all of this is a part of your teach and train container. Even if you're talking about somebody else's training, like for example, if you are a web designer and you are introducing your audience to a copywriter's webinar that they have, that's a great help to your clients, because I am very sure that they are either looking for a copywriter or they are trying to learn how to better their copy, and instead of going to Google and looking at 10 other copywriters, getting a recommendation from you actually helps them build a relationship with the person you're introducing as well. So you may not be talking about your service, but you're still helping your audience, and that's the purpose of most of your content: help your audience. Lastly, and most important one, is to talk about your offers. Now, I know this sounds very scary to a lot of us. I have been in the same situation as you, where you think, how is it nice for me to frequently talk about my offers? However, if you don't, there's no way your ideal audience will know what kind of packages you have. Yes, they may know that you're a web designer, but to be able to know if you actually do Squarespace design, WordPress design, or Showit or Webflow actually helps them. If you do all of them, then you probably make it easy for them to reach out to you. And if you don't work with the platform that they want some work done on, then they can quickly stop following you and actually go and follow someone who can help them. It is beneficial for you and that person, because of course, if you don't work with their platform, it's not really beneficial for either of you to stay connected. So talk about what you have for offers. Also talk about what your collaborators have for offering. For example, you as a web designer can collaborate with a copywriter, and whatever their packages are, if when you promote it, you can help each other out with respect to referrals and increase your client base this way. So these are the 4 content containers that I recommend to all of my clients, and I ask them to create content within these containers, because with practice, it becomes very easy in what kind of content that you're creating. And over time, as a growing business, you would like to be able to delegate some of this or outsource some of this. And having a clear process makes it easy for the person who is taking over your content creation process. All they have to do is to catch your brand voice, and they know exactly what kind of content has been working best for you and what kind of content has been converting best for you. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon so that when I upload the next video, which is all about creating a content plan, which is going to make it easy for you to know what to post when. And also, if you like this video, please do hit the like button, and if you didn't, please do hit the dislike button so that I know what kind of content you like and you don't like, and I can create more of the content that you'll actually enjoy watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.